Plato is a crucial figure in ancient philosophy and contributed to studying and discussing metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics. Indeed, his manuscripts and critique of Socrates describe the nature of reality in the importance of knowledge in human life, how it influences beliefs, forms logic, builds society, and determines the metaphysics of existence. Plato's comprehensive doctrine, the theory of forms, explains that along with material objects people may characterize, non-material, universal forms exist, such as soul or justice. Ancient philosophers discussed the nature of things, how individuals developed and obtained knowledge about them, their heritage shaped religions, and modern concepts of worldview. This essay will show that Plato's theory of the forms succeeds as a metaphysical and epistemological answer because of the characterizations and the limits of knowledge developed and argued by the philosopher. Plato's theory of forms may be generally described as a philosophy stating that behind every material or non-material object exists an idea or set of characteristics that influence humans' perception of things. Furthermore, the concept emphasizes that a full understanding of reality is not available to people, therefore, they are incapable of making perfect reproductions. For instance, according to Plato, a dog is a form with qualities humans recognized as belonging to that animal. However, no pet has a similar or ideal set of characteristics initially created by reality. Behind every dog is a concept of dog, offered by the universal form and recognized by humans via the representation of its physical and non-physical attributes. Plato's characterization of things via the form concept succeeds in metaphysics because the idea answers the discipline's core question, the nature of reality. Ancient philosopher identifies the fundament of being as a perfect form that people acknowledge and develop via attempts to replicate it. The position is built on the metaphysical notion that the nature of reality is beyond influence and may be described as divine and above human senses. In theory of forms, Plato emphasizes that knowledge about every existing object is deeper than an average individual thinks it is, thus, the epistemology of the ancient philosopher is comprehensive. Politis states that, according to Plato, sense perception is necessary for thinking of, and is the one and only means by which one may arrive at the thinking of, certain essences and forms, is knowledge. The philosopher's critical debates with Socrates also revealed that with increasing knowledge about a subject, individual reaches professionalism as they move closer to the form or ideal of what they study. Consequently, the theory of forms answers the epistemological question of the limits of human knowledge and the endless opportunity to explore a specific concept. Plato's conception of reality, which suggests that form, the initial idea of everything, is beyond human perception, is still widely discussed and criticized because of the problems it arose. Indeed, the philosopher's notion that the perfect replication or understanding of reality limits individuals' opportunity to learn and expand their knowledge in general. Moreover, innovation humanity succeeded in throughout the last 2 millenniums practically displayed that new forms may be developed. This problematic misconception with Plato's theory can be overcome by perceiving the philosopher's form as a broad aspect of metaphysics, meaning that form is an initial fundament of reality, and people indeed cannot reach even with significant progress in obtaining knowledge. Many philosophers who lived after Plato described the metaphysical basis of the world, and his ideas can be identified in various works. The problem of human knowledge expanse is perceived as moving toward the form by the ones and as progress beyond the ancient concept by the others. The epistemological aspect of the theory can also be critically assessed considering the historical and philosophical development between Plato's life period and modernity. In Phaedo, Socrates' notion that knowledge is recollection is argued by his student, claiming that if a soul had no initial base of information, humans would not be able to develop and recall anything. The problem with this concept is that, from the modern perspective, the reobtaining aspect appears due to socio-cultural traditions and settings in which a newborn grows. Furthermore, Plato correctly mentioned that increasing knowledge grows proficiency and makes more knowledgeable individuals achieve better results. The identified problem can be overcome if the theory's epistemology is perceived as a path that addresses humanity's curiosity and willingness to move closer to a perfect form of various subjects. Knowledge is proven essential for development and life improvement, and Plato's claims about its unreachable fundaments motivated the generations of scientists and artisans to achieve perfection. Plato's theory forms discussed metaphysical and epistemological questions with arguments about characterizations and the limits of knowledge. Indeed, the fundament of existence is described as a variety of forms people can observe and characterize but never equally replicate. Plato addressed metaphysics via the concept that the nature of reality is beyond human senses and precise understanding. The philosopher explained epistemology by understanding that knowledge is limited, yet individuals are willing to progress and obtain new information to reach professionalism in a subject of their interest. StudyCorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out.